I'm Megan, and I did my presentation on the Black Dahlia. On January 15th, 1947, a mother and her child were walking when they found the mutilated body of Elizabeth Short. She was found posed, and it was made to be in a very lewd manner, and she was cut in half, and she had ropes and burn marks, and she also had her mouth sliced from ear to ear. These are pictures of her. The background of the suspects was that Dylan was a bellhop, and many people also falsely confessed to the murder because some of them wanted to, one of the guys wanted to get away from a gang, and what ended up happening was the people would all confess, and then it would all end the same way, and their stories wouldn't match up with what they already knew, and so they found that those people were not guilty. That's Dylan, and that's Handler. The background of the victim is that Elizabeth Short came to Hollywood after World War II in hopes of becoming an actress, and a lot of reports on her was that she was found to be a prostitute and she had a record with police. And the last time she was seen was at a famous hotel called the historic Biltmore Hotel, and she was dropped off by Robert Manley. This was Robert Manley. She was found in a vacant lot near Leimert Park. Her body was collected as evidence, and there were also letters from the Black Dahlia Avenger, as well as a photo album of the actress. 9 days after her body was found, an envelope arrived at the office of the Los Angeles Examiner with a few photos, an address book with pages missing, social security number, and birth certificate. All of these were cleaned of fingerprints with gasoline. There were many different suspects, including what's her name? I forget her name. She's up here. Winnie Ruth Judd was one of the people who were a suspect. And then it was also believed that the bellhop Dylan orchestrated Short's murder, and they believe that he did this because she knew about a hotel robbery he was staging with a couple of other men. Because she was so cleaned and her blood was cleaned out of her body, that it was a doctor who killed her, and this retired police officer claimed that his father, who was a doctor, murdered Short. And he said that he also found photo albums with pictures of the actress in his dad's house after his dad died. And his handwriting is also very similar to the letters that were written to the Los Angeles police by the Black Dahlia Avenger. This lady was also a murderer, and they claimed that she was somehow linked to the murder of the Black Dahlia. There were a lot of cops and gangsters that tampered with the case, and officers and detectives also stated that reporters were walking all over the evidence and keeping information that they had they were keeping information from calls that they had received by other people in their own offices. The evidence being handled incorrectly led to the evidence not being viable or available to use at all, because reporters would hold information and not tell the truth and not explain the whole situation in detail. And the case was not solved and still remains cold today.